Oh, good morning, all you lovely people. Welcome back to Paradise, Britain. On a Friday that's quite bright out there, but it's also cloudy. It did rain last night. Whether we're going to get any more later, anybody's guess. I suppose it depends on the authorities again and what they decide to pump up there, innit? So, yesterday, well, few more peaceful, irregular stabbings around the country. Some in London. And one, unfortunately, in a place where a lot of kids and a lot of families go for a day out and have some fun. Yeah, Chessington World of Adventures. Now, apparently, it was adult males that knew each other, allegedly, according to the police. That's the only information they've given. But at least one ended up in hospital, and I think several have been arrested. As always, that's the only information that the police give out. So, race, creed, colour, religion, we don't know, because they just keep holding this information back now, whether it's to cause more trouble, which I believe it is, because that can't block any investigation or anything like that, but they just seem to want to keep it from the public. But how's that keeping our streets safer then, going, Herr Starmer? Jawohl, mon Capitan. Getting better? No. No evidence of it. If anything, it's getting far, far worse. And it's getting worse day by day. We're seeing that now. It's as if the police have lost control of the place. But they police it with the two tiers, as we know. They keep saying they're not, but every single bit of evidence we see points in that direction. And what's the head of the Met got to say? Well, fuck all really, because he's in hiding, isn't he, with his little pocket dictator Khan. So nothing's going to change and nothing's going to get any better, I'm afraid. I've got to say that. But then thank you to Simon for bringing this one up on Facebook. This is absolutely ridiculous. Now this guy, Reece Newman, back in December was given a suspended sentence of 2 years for historic rape of a young girl back in 2005. So he's 33 years old now. So yeah, he'd have been a young teenager back then. But he was also ordered to sign the sex offenders register. And part of that sentence was that if he left the country to go on holiday or anything, he had to inform the authorities. But he fucked off to Egypt for a holiday without telling them in May this year. And on his return, was subsequently rearrested by the police for breaking the terms of his sentence. So last week he was back in court again, where the judge, quite rightly, jailed him for 2 more months. But again, this was suspended for 18 months. Reason given, due to the overcrowding issues in the prisons. Yeah, he could be taking up space that could be used by a hardened criminal that used dirty words on the internet. Now, they've got emergency measures in place. The early dawn crack, where prisoners can be held in police cells. But obviously, dirty words are a bigger risk to the public than rapists, violent people, criminals. There you go. take what you will from that one. But thank you, Simon, for bringing that one to the front. And here we go again as well. What was it? Herr Starmer's mob promised to get voted in. We will reduce your power bills. We will make power cheaper. Again, proving to be another fucking lie, isn't it? With Ofgem now being given permission to raise the cap again on the price of energy. Now, you put this along with scrapping the winter payments for the olds in this country, and now asking them to pay more for what they are going to use. This little prick's going to kill us all. He really is. He's starting with the olds. The young are being incarcerated. Well, what you've got to be careful of, Herr Starmer, is there's a lot of a certain age group between then that won't put up with your shit. Just think of that one. People on the streets are living in fear. The people of this country are living in fear. For themselves, for their kids, for their homes. Do you think they're just going to let that lie and leave you to lay back and live your life of luxury? If you think that, you really are deluded, aren't you? Well, that's it for a Friday, folks. I'll keep it very, very short. Obviously now, with the news that all the bodies have been found for a shipwreck off of Sicily, maybe mainstream media will play another fucking tune, because they've been playing that one all week. But there you go. But anyway, have yourselves a nice weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which could get you into a lot of trouble. But as always, whatever you're doing, stay safe. Stay absolutely strong. And don't buy in to the narrative. Respects, people.